Brian Massey, 8196 Rainbow Drive. I have two items. First is the House Bill 546. I'm here to, I'm not sure if the commissioners are aware of it, but a Concord resident by the name of Bob Patterson has taken the initiative with State Representative Grindell to try to move this piece of legislation through the state. And it is called the Senior Citizens Tax Elimination Fund. And basically it will eliminate the problem for seniors over 65 by freezing property taxes. Whether or not it has, and what they're planning to do is have the law changed so that communities can actually create a savings account based on their operating expenses. I believe it's like 1%, and they can maintain it longer than 5 years. Whether this has any chance or not, and it probably has a lot of detractors, but I just say if you don't like this bill, come up with something else to help the seniors. And I just wanted to make the commissioners aware of that bill if you feel so inclined to speak out on it. The second issue is that we're doing a lot of research on Lake County Public Schools education. We have gone through the State of Ohio website, and we have actually recorded statistics for the proficiency scores of all 9 school districts in Lake County. And I will have to give kudos to Kirtland. Kirtland Public Schools came through as #1 in the year 2018-19 and also in 2021. They came through at an overall proficiency in all grades and subjects at 84.4%, if I believe, which was quite remarkable. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have the Painesville City Schools. They are down at under 50%, and that's really unfair to those children in those schools. And Fairport Harbor, not much better. Riverside School Districts, of which I am part of that school district, we came through at a solid 75%, which is a solid C. But my parents never told me, Brian, go out there and just be average. So I'm not overly impressed with a 75%. But what is also very disconcerting to me and to us at Lobbyists for Citizens is that we're becoming more aware of a profound change in the American public education system. We're moving away from an educational system focused on proficiency in math, science, reading, writing, the 3 R's that we were always taught that you go to school, to learn those subjects. We're going to a system that focuses on children's emotional development and value system that was heretofore the role of the family and churches. And whether we know it or not, this new educational system is grooming the children into obedience training with values that may not be supported by their parents, and is indoctrinating them with a perversion of the social justice thinking. So I mentioned we are going to oppose the social emotional learning, comprehensive sexual education, and all of the other acronyms that are going into the public school system. There is a
sorry to interrupt you. Social
emotional learning, SEL. There is a website called CASEL, and that's spelled CASEL.org. I was made aware of that, so I'm trying to find what is the genesis of this whole thing. It just didn't start by itself. This goes back probably many years, and we're trying to find the genesis of how this whole thing started. But my concern, and I think we've seen it with the mask mandate, is that public education is now starting to interfere with the family structure, and that concerns me. Because when we destroy the families, babies, and morality, a society will collapse. There is a solution to the problem. One solution I kind of like is the what they call the backpack bill, where money is given to the parents, and the parents will decide how their children are going to be educated and what school that they go to. If they want to drive 3 hours to go to a Columbus school, then they'll pay that Columbus school. If they want to do homeschooling, then the parents have the right to determine where their children are going to be educated. I'm not sure where that backpack bill is right now, but it's probably going to be fought by the teachers associations, I'm sure, the unions. But my goal is to try to get the education back in the hands of the parents. I will keep the commissioners appraised of as we move forward, and we will educate the people in Lake County for those school board members that are advocates for the social emotional learning and the comprehensive sexual education, because teaching young children is, in the first, second, and third grade about comprehensive sexual education is an abomination as far as I am concerned, and that belongs in the home and not in the public sector. I will keep you all appraised. Thank you very much.
And this is that castle.org?
Yeah, it's castle.org. It's Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning. And as I do additional, research, I'd be glad to share it with the commissioners so that you are apprised. There's, again, in your role, there's maybe nothing that you can do, but I think it is important in your role that you understand what is going on in the community. And I see, as I say, a lot of the mama bears at the school board meetings are just starting to push back and say this will not happen. But I think the role that we can play at Lobbyists for Citizens is an educational one, so that people can understand and they can decide. Now, if we were to put something on the ballot and the people decide, I want to have the schools take over the education of my children and teach them the value system that I don't want to be involved, so be it. I don't think that will happen.
Very good, sir.
Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, anything for Mr. Massey? Very good, sir.
Thank you.
you.